Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome in, no matter what time of day you're watching. Hopefully you're doing well. As you can see, I'm traveling right now. Going to be taking in a little bit of sun and warmth. Able to escape the big storm in New England, down the eastern seaboard to a warm place. Rented myself a little house and just going to hang there for a while with a bunch of friends. So it's going to be super fun. I'm looking forward to that. I'm enjoying this little road trip in our little bubble. So we're enjoying ourselves. Anyway, let's see where we're going this fine Monday morning, January 31st. What is going on for you, my darlings? I've had a couple questions about the spiritual business class. We're doing it in March. If you are looking to create something built on your own gifts and talents and you really want to step into that, it's happening in March. There's the link below. Okay, the universe wants to co-conspire with you. There you go. That's why I'm getting these questions. People are like, well, I know I have gifts and I'm not really sure how to use them. The universe is trying to co-conspire with you, my darling. To be enlightened, lighten up. That's also something I'm seeing a lot of. A lot of anxiety, man. A lot of anxiety. And I love that the soul giraffe just came out. I love that. Woo, just turned the whole color, made a color change. Did you see that? That's weird. No, it's not. It's not weird. Cameras are like that. I'll read you the soul giraffe one, but this does have to do with, like, sometimes the answer is right in front of you. You have to get up high enough to really see it. You have to get up out of your own bullshit enough to see the answer. Soul giraffe coming at it from way up here. Can't even see him on camera. He's like way up here. I love the soul giraffe. I'll read it to you later, but let's get the reading out and then I'll see where we go. All right. That just says sometimes you can be so caught up in your own fears, worries, concerns, however you want to term them, that you're not really seeing the big picture. Okay. And so we are in Aquarius time, and this is the time for the big picture all the way through till mid-February. All right, let's see where we go. Over the weekend, I posted individual readings for each zodiac sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you didn't catch that, go to the channel and there's a playlist. All right, if you're part of our memberships, you get all 12 anyway, so you might as well. All right, look at your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Underneath is the Temperance card. This is a Saggy card. Sagittarius energy, 7 of Wands. I'm just going to lay this out and then I'll talk you through it. You can see the whole thing, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. King of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. Decisions, my darling. Let me just lay this all out. Wow. Knight of Swords, 6 of Swords, Ace of Swords. All right, I got something to tell you. For those of you who are Saggies, I have a lot of Saggy energy. I used a different deck for I'm starting to do the mid-month readings now. And all of these cards came out in that Sagittarius reading too, okay? Sun, there's Leo, 2 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Virgo, Leo, and Sag. All right, I'll look at those, get more guidance specifically for those signs in the extended part of this reading. Some of you are kind of turned around a little bit, okay? And so this is what's happening right now. What's underneath is the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is, like I said, Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius energy is about exploration. It's about the higher mind. It's about, learning something new, but not necessarily nuts and bolts stuff. That's more Gemini. Gemini is more everyday knowledge. No offense to Gemini. I'm a Gemini moon. But Sagittarian energy is about learning about why things work the way they do. Okay? It's about exploring the cosmos, exploring the world, being a universal citizen or stepping into your power as a cosmic warrior, something like that. And I feel like some of you might be too focused on the tree right in front. Not even like, oh, I see all these trees, but I can't see the forest. I only see this one tree. It's right in front of my face. I can't even see if there's other trees around it, okay? And I feel like that's what's causing you to be like this. Seven of Wands is resistance energy, and you could be resisting stepping into your King of Pentacles, stepping into a new level of your work. You might be resisting abundance because you're so focused on what's right in front of you that you can't see. So I do feel like getting out of your comfort zone a little bit will help you, even if it's just a little thing. Okay. Maybe there's, you might be sort of pounding away at your career, pounding away at your work or something like that. And it just seems like it's not doing anything. I feel like the universe is saying, okay, it's time to seek out a teacher. See, the Hierophant is in here. This is the Two of Wands, but this is the teacher. And it's in this deck, it's more of a natural teacher. In most decks, it's like a pope or it's a priest, a high priest or something like that. But in this, it's really about nature. There's something about energetic nature that will help you if you can, I think doing like a tree. Have you ever done a tree bath? Okay. Where you walk in nature and you're just like being loved by the plants and trees. Your brain isn't somewhere else trying to work through a problem or anything like that. You're just 100% in the moment, interested in the feeling of nature around you. I feel like that is what's going on here. So the Knight of Swords, you're like, okay, well, if that's something I'm going to do, I'm going to rush into it. It's like, oh, that makes so much sense to me. All right now, you know what I mean? And if you're in New England, just one part of the world, been pummeled by a huge snowstorm, bitter cold, all that kind of stuff. Seems like it's like get away from things that are harsh. All right, there needs to be some kind of sunnier shore, the sun. So some of you might be planning a trip or going on a trip. I think this is very timely for me, being on this little trip that we're on. And I feel like it's going to get you out of your myopic, I can only see the tunnel, right? Getting you out of that and seeing what is ahead, cutting through the nonsense. Six of Swords, Ace of Swords here. Cutting through the truth, to your new truth, opening up the world to you. And I also feel like some of you might have a person come in. Now, Two of Cups is kind of, it's love, but it can be friendship. It can be a friend. It can be, someone you love from, watching them, on YouTube. Maybe you watch a lot of Eckhart Tolle or you watch a lot of Marie Forleo or something like that. Someone who is a teacher for you and you're feeling like it makes you feel better to do that. All right. It makes you feel better. That sun energy, just get some sun on your face. And then it's time to put in the effort. Okay. So once you have the answer, sometimes we keep looking for the answer. And some of you who watch this channel are tarot readers or astrologers or people who do readings for other people, various kinds of readings. Have you ever had a person, I certainly have had a handful of these people, ask the same question over and over again? You could have done it yourself. I know I have done it myself. Over and over again, you ask the same question over and over again, and you get the answer. But because it requires a lot of work and effort, and you don't know how it's going to come out, and you're going to put all this time and effort in, what if it doesn't work? You can stall yourself out by that. All right. So this is not about nuts and bolts kind of stuff. This is more about big picture stuff. This is more philosophical. All right. So what's your why? We do that in spiritual business class. What is your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? Because I guarantee you, if you go towards something just to make money, okay, there's lots of stuff that can make you money. But if you're not in alignment, Ace of Swords, with why you're doing it, and the money starts to run away or something like that happens, it's of no more interest to you. okay? It will disappear. It won't be something that is stable or sustainable. This is about creating something sustainable for you because it's in alignment with who you truly are. It's in alignment with you, your philosophy, your belief system. That's another part of the Sagittarius Gemini axis. We just went through a year and a half of the North Node being in Gemini. And since it always moves retrograde, it's moving into Taurus now. It's in Taurus now. And for the next 18 months or so, Taurus energy, which is interesting, the King of Pentacles is here, is about what do we value. So your why for doing something has to be in alignment with what you value, or it's going to disappear and float away, right? And you also could be learning about the why you're doing what you're doing when that piece of it dries up. So I know plenty of people who have done work around spiritual path or anything like that, and when their why gets answered, and it's not that you're not doing a good thing or anything like that, but you can have little whys along the way. So once you satisfy a goal or satisfy a why in terms of what you're doing in this world, then things need to change. You need a new why. You need a new why, okay? And that's what the soul giraffe is trying to show you. Lighten up. You need a new why, okay? You need a new why, because if you can't get out of bed to do something, then it's not jazzing you up. It's not exciting to you and everything like that. And it's going to be low vibe, okay? So let's talk about soul giraffe. The soul giraffe is here to help you with your grander vision, to allow you to see higher and farther. The long neck of the soul giraffe gives you an elevated view of what's on the horizon, as well as another vantage point of the big picture. We're also reminded that perhaps we cannot label something as good or bad, right or wrong, unless we can see the full picture, right? How do you know something is good or bad unless you have context? How do you know? It's just in a vacuum. Because think about this. I'm gonna continue on reading this in a second. Think about when you were in high school or some other time in your life you had a really different idea of what was amazing in terms of life. I mean, I thought if I could just get myself a little car, that would be amazing. And it was. But after a while, it was like, okay, what's next? Okay, so I think that's what's happening here is once you, and I also think there's a lot of people who resist, and this may sound weird to you, but I've definitely experienced this and I've seen this happen with other people, who may resist getting to the next level of their why, or even creating more success in their life because they're cool with what is. It's not about more. We're not talking about like consumption, Western, toxicity or anything like that. What we're talking about is you might be resisting what the universe is trying to open to you, trying to show you by being so focused, right? By being too focused. And that can bring in uncomfortableness. And that is what North Node pushes you out of. So the North Node right now in Taurus is pushing you. South Node is in Scorpio. So that's about change and about stability. Can you find stability in change? We are going to go over the next 18 months, America is going through a Pluto return. Can you be cool with transformation, be cool with change, and find stability and comfort in it? Can you find that? Soul giraffe. The giraffe gracefully glides along the path, spotting what others cannot. If I could see higher and farther, what would I see? What's on the horizon for this situation? Instead of the low-hanging fruit, what if I went for lofty fruit? What might be within my grasp if I went higher in my thinking or viewpoint? Sag energy. What danger is up ahead that I haven't seen yet? All right, so this is challenging you to open up your perspective and allowing yourself to want something joyful, want something that really gets you out of bed in the morning, really wants, yes, you'll likely make a lot of money doing it, a lot of abundance flowing. because the universe is endless. The universe is unlimited. Why limit yourself? Why limit yourself? Some of you have a pattern from childhood, and I know because I have this pattern of don't get too big. Don't get too big because then you become a target. That is a thing that was floating around in my mother's family, my father's family. I saw it it was one of those things that you just absorb as a kid. You don't really know. And then you have this like, woo, fear of heights. Okay. So whatever your thing is, we're gonna explore this in a little more depth. I am gonna look at Sag, Leo, Virgo. All right, in the extended. Link is below. If you're part of our Pathfinder group, rest of the reading starts right now.